I want to thank President Trump for his commitment to work with us to find a solution that keeps TikTok available in the United States. This is a strong stand for the First Amendment and against arbitrary censorship.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and TikTok fans alike, the Supreme Court today has made a pretty massive move to actually back the law that is planning to ban TikTok. And the funny thing was that this ended up causing Donald Trump to put out a statement on his app, Truth Social. It's like his own social media platform, to which the TikTok CEO actually went onto the TikTok account and pretty much put out a statement regarding the entire situation. We can hop on over here to the Associated Press and you can see Supreme Court backs law banning TikTok if it's not sold by its Chinese parent company. This has kind of been like the main issue right here, the Chinese parent company, which I'm pretty sure is ByteDance, right? There's been a lot of claims that there's been like spying, Chinese using our personal information, the Americans, people who sign up for the app and whatnot, right? So it's been like a massive issue where the US Supreme Court has tried to jump in and essentially ban the app out of like fear, out of safety for American citizens and whatnot. And we're kind of like in this weird position because, of course, ByteDance, TikTok doesn't want to sell their app. They don't want to sell their algorithm. The United States isn't exactly like trying to buy the app, right? So we've had a bunch of people like Mr. Beast, Elon Musk, even Donald Trump come out and try to like buy TikTok, right? Or like offer to buy TikTok. But from what I'm understanding, TikTok is worth like $50 billion, right? Definitely not a small amount that people just have lying around on like a rainy day fund. Now, apparently, the United States Supreme Court justices rejected a free speech challenge filed by the company, meaning that the law is set to go into effect on Sunday as planned. So essentially, the TikTok CEO, people behind TikTok have come to the U.S. Supreme Court and said, like, hey, we think that our app follows free speech. We think it follows the First Amendment and it shouldn't be banned, to which that was just rejected, which is kind of interesting. I mean, I'm kind of iffy. I don't know if TikTok necessarily falls under free speech, especially when the reasons why it is being banned has nothing really to do with speech. I mean, there's free speech on plenty of platforms, you know, Twitter, all kinds of social medias. That's not an issue here. It's more or less about United States citizens, safety, privacy, things like that, right? That I can kind of completely understand. Again, as someone who's going to kind of miss TikTok if it does inevitably get banned. Now, on March of 2024, right, so 2 years ago at this point, lawmakers said that TikTok is a national security threat. Evidence remains unclear. So this has been something that's been brewing up for quite some time. And if we scroll down here, basically the concern here is that, you know, like every other social media platform, TikTok collects information, data, you know, what kind of device you use, of course, your name, your phone number, credit cards, things like that if you use TikTok Shop, right? So like any other US based social media or app, it's gathering your information. And now the concern is the fact that TikTok is owned by China. Unlike every other app where they're US based, you know, they're ran in freaking California, things like that, right? China owns TikTok, and that's where the main issue comes into. But according to like this data from 2 years ago, just that it was extremely broad, right? That people didn't know if there was information being gathered. And even it seems like now the US Supreme Court, it doesn't exactly know for certain if China is like using our personal information for like malicious or bad intent, but it's more or less a precaution of the fact that they might be able to, which I can kind of understand why people are annoyed by that. Now, it's even got to a point where Donald Trump, once again, has put out a statement. This is on Truth Social. I don't have a Truth Social. I don't even care about this platform. But he said, the Supreme Court decision was expected and everyone must respect it. My decision on TikTok will be made in the not too distant future, but I must have time to review the situation. Stay tuned. He put this out at 11 a.m. this morning, right? So pretty interesting stuff that we're dealing with. Now, the CEO of TikTok himself would end up going on to the main TikTok account of 86.1 million followers to drop this video.
The show here. As you know, we have been fighting to protect the constitutional right to free speech for the more than 170 million Americans who use our platform every day to connect, create, discover, and achieve their dreams. On behalf of everyone at TikTok and all our users across the country, I want to thank President Trump for his commitment to work with us to find a solution that keeps TikTok available in the United States. This is a strong stand for the First Amendment and against arbitrary censorship. As we've said, TikTok is a place where people can create communities, discover new interests, and express themselves, including over 7 million American businesses who earn a living and gain new customers using our platform. We are grateful and pleased to have the support of a president who truly understands our platform.
It is funny that we have the TikTok CEO like thanking Donald Trump. Again, I think there's a whole lot of like gaslighting here. Again, I don't think TikTok is like as bad as the U.S. Supreme Court makes it out to be or whatnot, but it could be, right? I'm not. Who the heck am I? Either way, I do think the whole argument of it's just free speech. They just want to ban our free speech. It's just such a stupid argument to me because again, free speech is not the problem. Nobody minds TikTok being a free speech platform. There are plenty of platforms out there that allow for free speech, right? Twitter. Everybody on Elon Musk's side loves Twitter, loves X, loves being able to say whatever words and things they want to say that could be offensive and blah, 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 right? TikTok is not for free speech. You can't even like call somebody stupid without it flagging and like deleting the comment saying that was offensive, right? So you can't argue and say it's forced free speech. And also trying to like pull this card of like, oh, well, TikTok has given like so many million or millions and millions of people businesses and platforms and blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, that's what every social media platform does. Again, he's kind of like appealing to people's like emotions and being like, oh, you know, your favorite TikTok star, that's us. We made that possible. So don't ban the app, blah, blah, blah. And I just think there's like some interesting ulterior motive here. Of course, the billion-dollar company doesn't want to lose access to United States, right? One of the largest populations on this side of the sea, of course. But to pretend that like the US is just this horrible place that's trying to take away people's rights and take away free speech is just so stupid and silly to me. I don't agree with that whatsoever.
One who has used TikTok to express his own thoughts and perspectives, connecting with the world, and generating more than 60 billion views of his content in the process. To all American users, thank you for making our TikTok community such a rich and vibrant space, for surprising and delighting us every day. Rest assured, we will do everything in our power to ensure our platform thrives as your online home for limitless creativity and discovery, as well as a source of inspiration and joy for years to come. Thank you. More to come.
Bro, the only thing people use TikTok for is for memes, videos of e-girls dancing around, going on TikTok live saying, ice cream so good, yum, 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 right? TikTok isn't exactly like known for like the most joyous, amazing content ever, right? It's for people to share funny videos with their friends, share food videos in restaurants. And if people's privacy and safety is at risk, and it has to be banned. Like that's what'll have to happen, right? If China isn't willing to work with the United States and come to some sort of agreement, then I don't think that it's fair for like the TikTok CEO here, or even for people like Trump to go on their loud box and say like, yeah, we need to stop this ban for freedom and free speech, when that's not the issue here. Now, as always, to wrap up the video, I want to know what you guys think down below. I've been getting a lot of funny comments. People are like, TikTok sucks. I don't care if it's banned. TikTok has nothing good to offer. There's never been any good music, never been any good artists, right? Whatever. I don't care. I've given my opinion. I think that TikTok does like a fine job of like platforming certain songs and music, and people use certain songs and sounds for trends and they end up going viral and people become celebrities thanks to things like that, right? So you can argue with me. That's fine. I love when you argue with me. Let me know what you think down below about this TikTok ban. Are you excited? Are you going to miss TikTok? Are you sad to see it go? Personally, again, if it's gone for good, I'll just move on. You know, I'll stick to Instagram Reels if I want to see my baddies and whatnot, right? But appreciate you watching. Peace out, my friends. Bye.